I did braid my hair, yeah. And yes, my hair is the same color as the intro. Yes, it is. You didn't peep that? Okay, let me show you. Let me show you in case you don't believe me. Look. Told ya. Haha. Yes, I know. It's a little different, especially for me because I'm, not 20. However, I think it's cute. It looks good. I'm not really a pink girl, although I am a girly girl, but I'm not really a pink girl. However, it fit with my theme and the next thing that I actually wanted to talk about. So I was hoping to discuss today, and I'm hoping that I get a few people that actually participate and comment on this video. I did want to talk about what does it mean basically to be a lady. My new video series is Ladylike. So I did want to talk about what it means to be a lady. Okay, so I'm recording this at different times, and right now I have my retainer in. So if I sound a little funny, that would be why. Okay. So I'm just going to start by saying what it means to me to be a lady. In my opinion, I think that being a lady is, number one, being a woman of God. Okay. I think that a true lady believes in a higher power. Okay. I think that she understands and is smart enough to understand that there is a God. She doesn't believe in this universe stuff, this witchcraft, And I believe that even if you do believe in that you can be a lady, of course. I'm jesting. But, I don't believe in that myself. So I'm like I said, speaking from my own opinion and what I believe. So, and of course, that's what I believe. I do know of some young ladies that, believe in other things, and that's fine. Like I said, I'm being funny. But I believe it is actually believing in something, being smart enough to understand that, there is a higher power, number one. Not thinking that you can run around and just do anything, carrying yourself with respect, understanding that, having a brain is important, understanding that it's important to carry yourself at all times as if you are representing not just yourself, because you're not. You're representing your parents, you're representing your husband, your significant other, your whoever you have in your life, whoever's going to be seen with you, your children, your grandchildren. You're representing them. You're not just representing yourself. So carrying yourself like a lady means not doing some of the things that we see these young women and some older women doing on these social media pages. The way that we are seeing them carry themselves in some of these videos, that we see where people are not, they don't know people are watching them, and even some of them create videos doing these things that are kind of inappropriate. They even take pictures doing these things that are kind of inappropriate and unladylike. I'm not going to, just point out stuff and say stuff. I don't want to just pick on one type of woman. That's not my goal here. My goal is to help. But again, my opinion is carrying yourself like a lady, regardless of where you are. You should definitely, in my opinion, carry yourself like you are representing someone other than yourself, because you are, and to me that also means the way that you talk. I don't think that a foul mouth is ladylike. you know. And I think it's crazy how some women think that it's cute to curse, you know, all the time. I don't think that that's ladylike. I don't think that it is respectful to constantly use curse words. When you're talking to someone else, when you are expressing yourself, you know, I think that if you need to use curse words, I think you should consider expanding your vocabulary. I think that you should be doing a little bit more reading, a little bit more research, and try to find out how you can try to find ways to express yourself without using curse words. I think when we get frustrated and we don't know how to communicate with each other without aggression and without using words that are just simple-minded, then we curse. I think it's important that we learn as ladies how not to do that. I think a good example would be this K. Michelle stuff, the comments that she made about men and how she thinks that men are bad. Well, and how she's not going to submit to any man because she can, you know, do it herself. Well, I think what Derek wanted to say was, honestly, and I'm going to say it because I am a female, well, nobody really wants you. not you as in, you know, nobody likes K. Michelle, but nobody wants, I'm speaking generally, that type of attitude. You know, the type of things that K. Michelle would bring to the table, it's not worth most men's time, honestly. You know, K. Michelle is insecure. Number one, you can see that without even knowing who she is, and not insecure as in, you know, insecure on the level of just a small insecurity or a general insecurity, which we all have. You know, I'm not saying it on a smaller level or like I said, a general level. I'm saying insecure on a look at what she's done to herself level, as far as the surgeries, back and forth. She's changed herself to look like a totally different person, not just in her body, not just because she has small insecurities, but in her face too. You can tell, number one, with that. Number two, you can tell because of how angry and bitter she is. You know, you can tell by her speech. You know, she's cursing and yelling and talking over people and, you know, degrading people every chance she gets. She doesn't just feel that way about men. I mean, let's be honest. K. Michelle feels that way about everybody. You know, like no, not let alone men. It's not just a man that doesn't want to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with that. You know, who would want to be around a personality like K. Michelle? K. Michelle needs to look within, think about who she is and what she's doing. You know, not just to men, these men that she hates, that has turned her into this bitter woman, but what she's doing to the people around her, her friends, you know, the people that actually care for her and love her. They're her fans, the people who actually are looking up to her or considering what she's saying, you know, how she is putting her opinion out there and just spitting and crapping on everybody. In my opinion, she's just really, really bitter and angry. You know, I think that she needs to stop being so judgmental about men and work on herself. I think she needs to stop looking for love in surgeries and men's approval and approval of friends and family and loved ones, and, you know, seek God. Look at the Bible. Try to understand what's happening, you know, with her, within her, you know. People try and say, oh, I don't understand the Bible. I can't really get into that, and it doesn't make sense, and it's not really going to change you. And, it's because you don't understand it, but you will if you actually try. And it's not trying is not trying to go to someone else to tell you what it's saying, what the Bible means. That's not what it means. Trying to understand the Bible. We have so much research available. So much information is available today in 2019. The internet is amazing. There is so much available to us. The terms knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Seek and you will find. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. Never meant so much as it does today. There is so much available out here, people. Before you just accept something, do your research. Don't just accept something. It's so important. It's so important not to just accept what you're told today. There's too many wolves in sheep's clothing to just accept what you're told. There's fake TV going around. There's fake people out here, just looking to deceive. It's crazy. So if you really want to know the truth, don't just accept something. Always research. Look behind it. Look behind, through, over, under, on, above, and beyond what people are telling you or what they're showing you, because it's always something bigger. K. Michelle, something bigger going on in her life. She is a bitter woman. She is just bitter. So again, ladylike, the foul mouth, that's not ladylike. The pictures and the shaking your boobs and the twerking and the social media, the things that we do on social media, the vanity that we put out today is just not ladylike. Not being conscious of, the fact that you don't just represent yourself, you represent your husband, your daughters, your sons, your mothers, your parents, your grandparents. That's not ladylike. You need to consider other people in your life before you speak. Now, I'm not saying live your life for someone else, because you are going to be responsible, of course, for your choices. A lot of people like to take things that people say, especially if they're making too much sense, and just be ridiculous with it. I'm not living my life for somebody else, and, silly stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. And, please don't think about the things that I'm saying that way. I'm saying respect yourself, carry yourself like a lady. Don't post things on social media that, you wouldn't be proud of your children seeing. Don't say things that you wouldn't be proud of your parents hearing you say. Don't do things that you're not ready to answer for at the end of your life when you stand in front of your maker. Try not to do those things. Now, nobody's perfect, of course. It's another, thing that people like to say when they just want to get away with whatever they're doing and however they're living their life. Nobody's perfect. No, nobody's perfect. Nobody's expecting you to be perfect. But you know what? You are expected to strive for perfection. Okay? If you're a lady, you're expected to behave like a lady, carry yourself like a lady, speak like a lady. If you're a man, you're expected to carry yourself like a man, behave like a man, walk, talk like a man, lead like a man, lead like a man. You are a man. If you're a child, you're expected to stay in a child's place. You're expected to carry yourself like a child. You're not an adult. You're expected to learn, grow, and mature. Okay? If you're a young adult, you're expected to learn, grow, mature, be a little sponge, Young children are like that too, you know. If you're an older person, you're expected to have wisdom and knowledge. You know, you're expected to have learned some things in your old age. You're not expected to be this older person walking around old and mean and, you know, not having any wisdom or anything to pass along, you know. Some of our elderly today are drunks, they're alcoholics, they don't have anything to leave to the next generation, you know. And it's what they saw their parents and grandparents do. So we're expected to do better, to teach our children how to leave something behind, of course. Basically, what I'm saying is just strive for perfection. You know, try to do better. You know, people crack me up when they say, "Oh, you think you're better than someone else. Don't judge and don't do this and don't do." Well, what do you expect me to do? You want me to not strive to educate myself? You think I should strive to be a prostitute? You think I should try to learn how to wear less clothes and learn how to twerk, learn how to strip? Should I try pole dancing and instead of educating myself? Should I not try and educate myself on the Bible and try to get to heaven because I'm getting older and I might die tomorrow? Um, should I try and strive to go to hell because I don't know if I'm going to live, if I'm going to wake up tomorrow? Should I be striving for that? Like it, I don't really understand. It doesn't make sense to me the way we think sometimes. I say we because I have some stupid thoughts myself, and of course I make stupid decisions, but I do try to get better, not to make those mistakes again, not to think that way again, you know. And this is what you should be doing. This is what we all should be doing. We should be trying to do better, you know. But instead, we make excuses. We say, nobody's perfect. We say, she thinks she better than everybody else, when you should be applauding this person, saying, that's awesome. She had the courage to get surgery and try to be the best version of herself. She had the courage to go to school and you know, educate herself. You know, she had the courage to move out of that apartment she was living in, or he had the courage to get out the ghetto. He had the courage to do this or that, or to learn how to do this, to do YouTube videos. She had the courage to get in front of people and actually express herself and talk about her insecurities. You know, small things like that are very, very important, you know. And what I'm saying about it being important is I'm trying to say embracing each other, you know, encouraging each other. Small things like that can be something big for someone else. Just because it's small to you doesn't mean that it's not big for someone else. It's important to encourage each other. It's important to embrace each other for our differences and to strive to be better. Just strive to be better. Little small steps become big deals. You look back after taking those small steps and you realize how far you've come, how much you've grown, you know. It's important to strive for the growth. It's important to strive for the perfection. Don't go backwards, okay? Strive to be a lady. Strive to improve your speech. Strive to improve the way you look, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you think, the way you express yourself. Okay? Strive for perfection. Strive to be better. Strive to do better. To walk better. To breathe better. To live better. To read better. To think better. I mean, strive to be better. Move forward. Don't go backwards. Stop trying to be the Instagram baddie. It's okay to be the basic B versus the Instagram baddie. The basic woman is seriously and truthfully what most men are looking for. They're not really looking for this Instagram thought or girl. They want someone they can grow with, they can talk to. Everybody really understands that they're getting older. They're not getting younger. No matter what we try and portray, we all really know that. And we all consider the fact that we are getting older every day. So what I'm trying to say is we're all going to get to the point in our life where we have to think about, I can't do this anymore. I can't live this way anymore. I can't think this way anymore. What are you going to do when you're at that point? Are you going to, at that point, then try to be a lady? Are you going to try to, in your old age, are you going to try to change your life then? You have nothing to fall back on if you wait too long. You have nothing that you can look back and say, hey, I'm happy I did this or I did that, or, it's time now to start trying to grow now. Start trying to change now. One thing that we're all going to have regrets. Everybody is going to have a regret. You're lying to yourself if you're thinking that you're not going to have any regrets as you look back on your life. We're all going to have them. But you want to have as little regrets as possible. I think that should be everybody's mindset, to have as little regret as possible. I see a lot of YouTubers, a lot of them, not all of them that I watch, but a lot of them. I'm so pretty. Oh, I'm bad. Oh my gosh, I look so good today. Oh my God. Every single video, you talking about how pretty you are and how good you look. And they all share this one thing. They all get tired of doing that. They all, a year, 2 years, 5 years. My daughter and I were talking about a YouTuber that felt that way. They all get tired of thinking that shallow thought of how they look, makeup, just thinking about themselves. We all grow and mature. You do it without putting any effort in to do it. So imagine what you can do as far as growing and maturing if you actually put effort into it. If you actually tried to do something better with your life every single day. If you actually did try to mature and grow up. Because you're going to do it anyway. It's going to happen anyway. We're all going to get old anyway. And again, we're all going to have to answer to the life that we lived. So all those mistakes that you made and that you taught people around you, your kids and the people who came into your life, all those bad habits that you allow your children to see, all those bad decisions that you made as a young adult, you're going to have to answer to that. You're going to have to answer for that to God or your higher power or whatever you're thinking. I don't believe in none of that. I'm not saying it because I believe in it. I'm just trying to get you to understand that you're going to have to answer to what you are doing. All of this that's happening is not just happening for no reason. That makes absolutely no sense. If you have a brain in your head, you know that there's cause and effect. Okay? There's going to be an effect. Okay? Based on your past and what you have done and what you're doing. You have to think about it. You have to think about your future. We have to. Okay? So, I think that being a lady is also thinking about your future. Okay? Thinking about the people around you, thinking about the fact that everything happens for a reason, that there is cause and effect, understanding what life is about, understanding the impression that you leave on other people, understanding that the decisions that you make are going to affect other people in their lives. It's important. Love you guys. Good night.
If you found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry about the things that I don't see, yeah. These days I don't worry about much. I think we should have some more fun. I still dream about the days when we were young. I'll take a hit and still finish in one, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Memory lane, isn't that too far away from our hearts, yeah, yeah. The ones we keep close, we should never let go. So tell me who you love, baby. Take a moment to unwind, fix yourself and realign yourself with the world, baby. Breathe slow, baby.